Coco Gauff's epic WTA Finals clash versus Jessica Pegula. Can she secure victory? Let's go Coco. The desert sun was just beginning its slow descent behind the Riyadh Arena when Coco Gauff stepped onto the practice court, the air buzzing with the kind of electric anticipation that only the WTA Finals can produce. This wasn't just another match. This was a showdown everyone had been waiting for. Coco Gauff versus Jessica Pegula, a clash of American power, finesse, strategy, and fire. Two women, one dream, a ticket to the WTA Finals throne. The world watched, fans held their breath, and somewhere deep within the arena, Coco knew this moment was bigger than rankings, bigger than statistics, bigger than the sport itself. This was her opportunity to prove she was not just a future, she was a moment, a rising queen. In Riyadh, the WTA Finals had always been defined by legend Serena Williams, Martina Navratilova, Steffi Graf, Justine Henin. Coco Gauff's name wasn't beside theirs yet, but Riyadh felt like destiny calling her forward. At just 21, Coco had already accomplished what many dream of: a Grand Slam title, multiple championships, and a global following that adored her charisma, humility, and fierce determination. But now facing a fellow American and close friend in Jessica Pegula, she knew this battle was as emotional as it was tactical. Pegula wasn't just another competitor. She was a mentor, a friend, a big sister figure who had walked alongside Coco through heartbreaks, victories, and unforgettable comebacks. But tennis does not care about friendships. The court has no sympathy. Under the bright lights of Riyadh, bonds dissolve. Only the game remains, the match everyone wanted. It wasn't just American fans celebrating. Global tennis lovers were buzzing. Social media exploded as soon as the draw plays Gauff and Pegula in the same group. The queens of America are colliding. Fire versus ice. Power versus precision. Let's go. Coco. The hype was real and well-deserved. Coco's explosive athleticism and court coverage met Pegula's calm clinical baseline. Mastery. It was a duel of contrast. The duel of equals. In the locker room, Coco sat quietly tying her shoes, her mind replaying every moment of her season. The early struggles, the dramatic comebacks, the roaring crowds. She had fought through pressure, expectations, and nerves to reach the stage. Now she whispered to herself, "You belong here." Pegula, just 2 doors away, was preparing too. For her, this match was about redemption. She had watched Coco rise rapidly, sometimes overshadowing her own brilliance. Pegula wanted this win, not out of rivalry, but out of quiet hunger to remind the tennis world she was still among the best. The arena ignites. As soon as the two players walked out, the crowd erupted. Riyadh had fallen in love with these two American superstars. Flags waved, phones recorded, and chants echoed. Sayo, USA. Coco lifted her rack in acknowledgement, soaking in energy like fuel. Pegula gave a calm smile, as steady as ever. Their dynamic was magnetic. Youth versus experience. Fire versus calm. Risk versus discipline. The umpire called them to the baseline. They shook hands. They locked eyes, and the battle began. First set, the storm. Coco starred like a hurricane, a blistering ace down the tee, a forehand winner that painted the sideline, a cross-court backhand that made the crowd gasp. Pegula, unfazed, absorbed the pressure with her trademark composure. She redirected Coco's pace, forcing deeper rallies, stretching points, making Coco play uncomfortable balls. The rallies grew longer. Every Shot echoed with intensity. Coco unleashed her power. Ferocious, fearless Pegula. Counter with surgical precision. Calm, icy, relentless. At 4-4, the crowd leaned forward collectively, sensing the shift. Coco stepped up the baseline, determination blazing in her eyes. She ripped a down-the-line backhand that clipped the edge of the line. Pegula challenged. The stadium held its breath. Hawkeye and Coco clenched your fist. Pegula nodded, accepting the moment with fire in her veins. Coco closed the set with a stunning forehand return winner. The scoreboard lit up. Coco Gauff 6 Jessica Pegula. Riyadh roared. Second set. Pegula strikes back. If Coco was a storm, Pegula was a calm after. Steady, controlled, deadly. Pegula changed her tactics immediately. She took time away from Coco, flattening her shots, pinning Coco deep behind the baseline. Coco, momentarily unsettled, found herself defending instead of attacking. Pegula, read her like a book, anticipating her patterns and redirecting them perfectly. Pegula broke early. Then she held. Then she broke again. Coco's frustration rose, but her fighting spirit never faded. At 1-5, she found a spark, a magical game filled with 3 highlight reel winners. The crowd erupted, screaming her name, pushing her onward, but Pegula remained clinical. One final unreturnable serve sealed the set. Jessica Pegula 6 Coco Gauff 2. The match was tied. Everything would be decided in one final battle. Final set. The queens collide. The third set began, with both players returning to their roots. Coco powering through rallies. Pegula redirecting like a chess master. Every game felt like its own war. Every point like a lifetime. Every cheer like thunder. Coco's footwork became poetry. Pegula's timing became art. At 3-3, the match finally cracked open. Pegula flinched just a fraction, delivering a rare, slow second serve. Coco pounced. She stepped inside the baseline and hammered a forehand return winner that sent the stadium into frenzy. Breakpoint. Pegula sent a backhand long. Coco broke. She was up 4-3. Her confidence surged. She lifted her headband, wiped the sweat, and whispered, "Finish this." She held Sir with an ace, 5-3. The crowd felt the climax approaching. Pegula served to stay in the match. The rally stretched to 21 strokes, each shot more breathtaking than the last. Pegula sent Coco wide. Coco sprinted. The crowd gasped on the dead run. Coco flicked her wrist and fired a dazzling cross-court passing shot. Match point. Pegula approached the net. Coco launched a lob. Pegula turned chase, but the ball dropped perfectly inside the baseline. The stadium exploded. Coco fell to her knees. Her scream echoed through Riyadh. Pegula walked over, smiling warmly, helping her up. 2 champions, 1 winner, 1 unforgettable moment. Let's go, Coco. A new chapter begins. This wasn't just a win. This was a statement. Coco had proven that pressure doesn't scare her. Friendship doesn't stop her. Expectations don't break her. She rose to the moment, embraced the spotlight, and delivered a performance worthy of the WTA Finals legacy. Pegula, she walked off with the grace of champion, proud, dignified, and still one of the most respected players on the tour. But tonight, Riyadh belonged to Coco Gauff. She waved the crowd, soaking in a chance. "Let's go, Coco." She smiled, heart pounding, eyes sparkling with future dreams. The road ahead, the semifinals, the finals, the champ for a crown, all awaited her. But for this moment, Coco Gauff stood tall, powerful, and unstoppable, a queen rising in the desert, a star burning brighter than ever, a warrior ready for her destiny. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next,